Greg Suttie on soccer. I'm here with Jeff Hughes. Jeff, thanks for joining with me tonight. How's the team going? How's it gelling coming into the playoffs?
Wow, listen, the Fury is first and foremost a wonderful organization, but two, obviously there's a lot of chemistry and continuity from
Clearly.
last year to this year.
Yeah.
Shows on the field, but a wonderful group of guys. You know, some veteran players, some guys that are young but have a lot of experience, but overall just good team chemistry, a bunch of great guys. I enjoy being in that locker room.
So, Jeff, that's one of the things that I've always thought in sports in general that really makes a championship team, and that is having the veterans that have been there and can, bring up the young guys that have that fire that, just want to leave it all on the field. I mean, everybody does, for sure. But that's a great chemistry dialogue that you offer right there.
No, for sure. I mean, again, the passion that some of these young guys play with is inspiring even to, us old veterans, us old guys that keep us young. But, every team has to go through their challenges and issues, and that culture and chemistry when it's not going well is what makes a difference, right? Everybody can be happy and things can be great when it's all going well, but the moment that you start to hit adversity, or when you get hit in adversity in games, and we will be no doubt hitting adversity tonight, and as we continue to move forward, it's how you respond in that and how you pick each other up and how you continue to move forward is what makes it, you work through those hard times. It makes it that much more rewarding as well.
All right, so how do you take the Dallas Sidekicks? They didn't have the greatest season, but they're coming in with, one might say, nothing to lose.
No, absolutely. I mean, again, they're all professional players, right?
Yeah, right.
That first and foremost, we all have to realize that. And whether or not they've won 1 game, 2 games, 10 games, it really doesn't matter at this point. We both have the same record, right? We both have the same record. We both are out there. It's 60 minutes. It's the same ball, the same surface, the same field. Bounces can go one way. They can have their best day. We could have our best day. We'll know when we get out there and the whistle blows. But you don't take anybody lightly at this point because, it's one game at a time. And so, we have to make sure that we get through tonight first. We don't look past this game. We don't look past our opponent. We get through tonight, and then we can worry about the rest of the games and on to the weekend.
Okay, so you just hit my next question, and that was looking past. I mean, oftentimes in professional sports at the playoff level, when this starts happening, that top-seeded team will look at that lower-seeded team and they'll look past them. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, again, they're professional players, right? We're not walking into this thinking that we're playing against anything other than that, right?
Right.
They are a good side, an experienced side. They've got good coaching, good quality players. On any given day, we've got to make sure that we've got our T's crossed, our I's dotted, and we're doing things properly and playing the Fury soccer that we know we're capable of playing. We'll take ourselves against any opponent at that time. Doesn't matter whether it's Dallas or anybody else in this league. But again, as you think about moving forward, we could talk about any other opponent and any other team that we've already played this season.
That's right.
And talk about how we should have won or we did win or whatever it may be. But again, we get through tonight, and then we can start to worry about everybody else. And then as we move forward, again, I said I'll take our chances against any team in this league, but ultimately we've got to take care of our business tonight.
Jeff, you mentioned other teams that you faced this season. This is the only team you haven't faced this season, isn't it?
Yeah. So
this is it's brand new.
Absolutely. And again, you're going to get, as the Fury, right? And we've had this conversation this year. We've transformed ourselves from, just another team in this league. When you are performing at the top, you're going to get everybody's best. So we've gotten that all season, and it doesn't change tonight. So for us, in one game, a playoff game tonight, everybody's going to be bringing their best energy, trying to put out their best performance to get the results. So we're not expecting anything less.
Well, Jimmy's built a winning culture.
Yeah, Jimmy's done a great job. Not only from establishing it starts at the top, right, with the coaching staff, and the attitude and how they greet each other, or how the chemistry that they have, and then it flows within the team. But again, they've built this team to have that chemistry. You've added the Frank and Uzi. You have Charlie, who's grown into a very dominant player in this league. You've added guys like Justin.
I was just going to say Justin's really grown up.
I've gone on this podcast once before and talked about who my favorite goalkeeper in this league is. Right. Justin's one of my, Charlie and Justin, in all fairness, having played in this league a long time. I told Charlie this 2 weeks ago. I said, I enjoy watching you play so much, and I'm thankful to have the opportunity to watch guys like himself and Justin, and again, a bunch of other guys, Clayson, Pacheco, younger guys on this team that have continued to develop and progress and consistently do things every single week, day in and day out, you know, that it makes this that much more enjoyable. And then again, as you talked about chemistry and culture,
Yeah.
you then surround those guys with people who have experience,
Right,
or
exactly.
you know, not I want to say leaders, but those guys lead all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just guys who, you know, have experience and understand their role.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes I know my best play is to give the ball to Justin and Charlie. So and I don't mind. I don't mind them making me look good doing it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You mentioned adversity. What adversity has this team faced throughout the course of this season?
I mean, listen, we've played how many games at home, or you know, not playing in front of fans. Everybody's dealing with those challenges.
Yep.
You know, we've all had to take time away from our families, take time away from our daily lives.
Right.
So being on the road,
Right.
being away from, you know, your immediate family, your
Right.
wives, children, girlfriends, significant others, whatever it may be, being away from your family is always challenging. And then being together, and obviously, it's a different environment. You know, playing in
Right.
front of limited fans or no
Or
fans,
no fans.
or having your own, you know, having to worry about, you know, the things that we have to go through to even play this game right now. You know, it's all been challenging. It's been super rewarding, and you know, we're here, right? I mean, we've got
Absolutely.
what it is, 2 weeks, you know, 2.5 weeks left to get things going. You know, 6 games is the finish line for someone.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
I don't say
That's right.
for, you know, 6 games and maybe a few mini games. We'll have some excitement.
That's true.
But you know, that's the finish line. So all the work we've been doing for the last, you know, 3 months,
Yeah.
you know, 3.5 months to get yourself prepared and get yourself going, it's going to come to a quick turnaround right now.
All right. Well, you've been the easiest person in the world to talk to because you keep hitting the things I'm going to go to. You just mentioned wives and girlfriends.
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is the question. Okay. And I don't know how many of you people know this, but his wife, Mary Beth, works for the San Diego Sockers. Clearly, he doesn't.
Yeah. once a time ago.
Well, there was a day, but
Yeah.
not today.
No, not today.
And there's every reason to believe that you guys may face each other in the playoffs. But the question is, I mean, I know which team you're pulling for.
Yeah, of course.
Which team is Mary Beth pulling for?
Well, first and foremost, we know which team Lexi pulls for, right? Lexi pulls for Daddy, right? So there's no question. There's no question that that's a winning household there.
Okay.
I can definitely comment on where Lexi stands.
Okay.
You know, as far as Mary Beth stands, you know, again, she wants to support her husband, but she's very professional. She supports her organization as well.
Absolutely.
I can't say that a 5-5 draw where dad scores or her husband scores a bunch of goals would be the ideal scenario. But you know, she'll.
Of course,
it's a win-win. It's a win-win for her, right? It's a win-win for her in that situation.
It's a win-win for you guys as a family going.
Yeah. Of course, Lexi, Daddy all the way. She's Fury. Hey, she'll be in her Fury T-shirt.
Okay.
Mary Beth. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if we can convert her.
All right, Jeff Hughes, you're so cool. Thanks so much for joining me tonight.
Suttie, thank you.
I appreciate it, man.